Alright, so I told you guys before about how I do my permit packets, that I basically do these callouts all off of a 3D model even though it's showing in 2D. And if we go ahead and turn this over to perspective, you can see that I do have 3D models sitting there. It's just all the verbiage and whatnot is the stuff that's in 2D. So basically what you do to do that is you build yourself your patio cover, or you copy it off of your initial plan, and we'll do a grab the stuff right here. Here is the patio cover that in its original form, minus the roof. As you can see, it's just typical patio cover. Closed gable roof with some tongue and groove. Sorry, I'm having to use my left hand because my right hand is still not usable for those that know kind of what's going on. But as you can see, that's the patio cover there. And to build it, I've got another video that shows how I build my patio covers, but just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, what I've got is a board, what I call my project board, which has all the parts that I would need for my patio cover. You can see all the lumbers there on the left hand side. I've got some stuff that I've worked on for fencing. Down here, some cabinetry stuff. Some lattice work that I've done, created, string lights. Some of you have seen the videos for that. There's some patio covers that are just I can grab and put in place. So basically what I'll do is, and I'm not going to build a whole patio cover, but what I will do is, and I apologize for my stumbleness on my hand, or on the mouse, Control C, and then I'll go over to the project, which is this one. Actually, let's just, we're just going to throw a shape in here. So that'll be where my beams will go. Control C, Control V to drop in my post. I'll drop those on the corners. Let's go ahead and turn the transparency on. So we've got our post there, and I've pre-created that post. It's just an 8-inch by 8-inch post with my boot and trim on there, and 8 feet tall. I've also got a 10-foot tall one in there, so I can easily grab that. And basically, and I've also, this is its own individual piece. So like if we were just to go right now and pull up my project material list, there's all the material I have on this job, minus my my gable brace is in there, the rafters are in there, but I guess I didn't do the beams correctly, but my knee braces are in there. So if I wanted to pull a quick reference to get material draws, I could do that. So now we basically need to put our beams in there. So we'll come down here. We'll use the 4x. Oh shoot, I should have looked and saw what that size was. We'll click on this. We've got an 18 by, I believe that's 18 by 18. So if we were to do a hipped roof, we would go 18 by 18 by 18. So I would grab those beams, put them in. I would grab whatever lathing, I'm sorry, not lathing, but rafters. Those are on that project board also. I'll put my beams in there, whether they be 4x12s, 4x10s. My rafters, whether they be my rafters, whether they be 2x8s or whether they be 2x6s. Or if they were to be 2x4s, I've also got those in the system somewhere. They're just not on my project board because we typically don't do 2x4s. For arbors, I've got all of my lathing already created, so I can just literally copy and paste it over there. For those of you that do a lot of patio covers, I recommend you do that. Have a project board so you can just copy and paste. This would be my rafter spacings, 16 inches. So I can just Control C. I go back over to the project, which we've got here, and we just simply turn off the edit. Control B, and you know you're going to have one rafter that's going to go immediately over that beam where that line is. So you would just drop that in there, and that's where you would put your rafters in line with those. You know, quick and easy. Keep, you know, the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. But that's how I build that. Like I said, I've got another video that talks about how to build a patio cover. So if you want to watch that, just go to my channel and you can find those. Right now we're talking about quick and easy permitting. So the way, and so let's go over to that permit page and we can take another look. You can see on my elevations, or I will do the callouts first because that's a little bit more important. You can see everything is colored differently. I use color because we print in color. If you want to use hatch patterns, you could, and you could hatch each one of these a little bit differently to make it easier for the inspectors. And you can see we've got everything called out: 2x8 ridge rafter, 2x6 roof rafters. We've got a 4x12 beam in there. We've got a 4x6 decorative brace in there. We've got 8x8 posts, and we got 2x2x2 piers. We've got gable bracing in there, and we've also got, I don't have it called out, I'll probably put that in there. We've got tongue and groove to close off the gable, and here's an aerial view of that. You know, originally you'd have to sit there and do a whole bunch of boxes and squares. You don't have to do that. Utilize the 3D aspect of the program. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this project, and literally all you have to do, since you've got all these individual parts, select one of them, hit L, then we're going to come up here, we're going to we are going to edit materials. We're going to change this to a solid color or a hatch, but just go through and pick whatever color you want for each individual piece. So we've got those we've got the rafters as red. We'll go ahead and select the beams, and on mine, my scroll cuts are also going to be part of my beam, so we're going to grab those separately. But right now we've got the beams selected. We're going to go in here, we're going to change it over to a solid color, and we'll make the beams orange. And we got to grab the scroll cuts, and we're going to turn them orange also. How I'm grabbing all of those at the same time is I'm just selecting it, hitting L, which is the hotkey, and we're going to change it to a solid color. We're going to change, I don't remember which orange we used. I think it was that one. Alright, good deal. We're going to hit the posts, L again. We're going to go over to edit materials. We're going to change the color. Nope, sorry. Like I said, I'm using my left hand, so I apologize, guys. It's not my dominant. We're going to make that one, we're going to change that one to green. Oops, sorry. Change that to green. Why didn't that work? L. Edit material. Must not have clicked it right. Solid color. Green. Okay and okay. There we go. We're going to grab our decorative knee braces. L. Edit materials. Solid color. We're going to make that whatever that color is. Click OK and OK. And now we're going to grab our ridge rafter. Solid color. We'll make that blue. we're going to grab our gable braces. Gable braces are the things that go inside the gable that help hold it up. Edit materials, solid color, let's make them whatever that pinkish color is. Click OK. And then for the closed gable part of it, the tongue and groove, I'm going to go ahead and make that a hatch pattern, just so it's not over dominating. Alright, and so now every individual part is on its own. So now what we'll do is we're going to select this whole thing and Control C, Control V. And basically that's that's copy and then paste. Now with the new one selected, we are going to go to Modeling, Convert to Custom Model, read through that, select Yes. Now what you can do is literally spin this thing around however you see fit. So we know we're going, this will basically help you create the elevations. So we're going to make this one negative, I believe it's 90. So we've got that one set. So that's going to be your side view elevation. Control C, Control V. And we're going to pull this one over here. And we're going to spin this around. Not that way. We're going to split. I must have missed something. So we're going to zero it back out. There we go. So we're going to bring the face forward, and we know that's 90 degrees. And we're going to spin it so the bottom of the posts are down. And you can sit there and you can scroll it all in, or you can just type it. Or if you're like me, you're an idiot and have to spin it. Sorry, it's been a long day and I've already been working. So that's going to be 270. Alright. So that's basically how you do that. If you want one on, we had 3 on there. So and this next one was going to be the aerial elevations. 0, 0, 0. Now I've got all the different elevations that I need. So for callouts, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about the measurements. You pretty much know the measurements already. At least you should. You're the one that designed whatever said patio. Actually, typically what I'll do is I know this post is going to be 8 feet. So what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll draw a square, and I'll have it set at 8. Actually, what I should have done is done that part first. So I'll drop that in there. If I'm not mistaken, this span was 16 feet. So I'll come in here and put one in. My eyes are terrible. So I know that's 16 feet. And you'll want to make that on the center of the post. Looks like it was actually 18, but that's no big deal. And then with the magnet selected, or I believe it's called ortho in CAD, you'll just come in here, you'll drop over to 8, drop it in. I always make my lettering horizontal. They'll want the post, and then they'll also want this height here. Every city is going to be a little bit different. You have to navigate that on your own. So that's going to be 11.6. We'll pull that outside there. If you're wanting lessons on how to, proper ways to do some of the stuff, you can reach out to me personally. I'll go one-on-one with you, and we'll figure that out. But this is just a quick, rough teaching. Once you get all the squares in there and measurements that you need, then you just delete them out. You delete the squares out. Like I said, this is just a rough and tough, quick, get it done, so you can kind of see. That's the easy way to do it, instead of having to draw each individual square, because otherwise you have to redraw the whole thing. You gotta, get down to 2 inches. If you want to draw the rafter, you gotta get down to 2 inches, somewhere around there, and then you'd have to pull this out to where it's, an equal length. No, you ain't gotta do all that. Just take your 3D model that you already created, turn it into a custom model, and be done with it. Quick and easy. And then once you get one permit done, like let's say you did a permit for Susie Joe, everything's gonna be the same, except for maybe the sizes. Well, of course the sizes will be different. So for aerial construction details, I just hit Control C. We'll put it over here, and we'll just go Control V, and we're just going to pretend that it's a different size, and that we're going to, we would size all these things out, but the post is still the same. We're going to move this over. Come here. We're going to move this, so it's on its own little area. Post is still an 8x8 post. The rafter is still the same size as a 2x6 rafters, 16-inch on center. That's still the same. So you could actually literally just, instead of doing it that way, let's delete these out. You could actually select one of them, hit L, Control C, Control V, move this over here, and just do edit points, and you just move these to where you need to move them. You would just move all those ends basically where you needed them to. I don't need to sit there and show you guys how to do that. Take the construction details, put it over that little thing, and you would just select this. Actually, let's go ahead and might as well grab the box it's in too. And you would just select this, delete it out of there. You could delete this out of there. I wouldn't. What I typically do with my models is I put them off to the side out of the printing area, just in case I've got to edit something. And you just move this over here, and then you just dimension out this, dimension out your lengths and widths, and your half widths also. And boom, you're done with the aerial construction details. Then you would do the same thing for your front elevations, side elevations. This post diagram, it's almost the same for every one of them, except if I'm using different size posts, and then also for the picture of my roof. If I'm doing like a 4 on, right now this is a 3 on 12. If I'm doing any 4 on 12, 5 on 12, 6 on 12. Materials, these are all just copy and pasted. No sense in reinventing the wheel every single time. There's no need for that. Once you've got maybe 5 maximum permit packages created, it's literally a copy paste from every one of them. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. Let me see. At one point I was doing permit packets and trying to save all of them. You can see all the different things that I've done. But it's literally just a copy and paste. You don't have to do a new one every time. You don't have to reinvent it. But that's how you do that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me here on Facebook, just Quinn Salty, or you could reach me via email. That's rtuvaid@gmail.com. If you want private lessons or whatnot, how to use a program or some of the stuff I've done, feel free to reach out, and I'll help out however I can. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great season out there. Best of luck to everybody.